Hi, it's Margaret, and thank you so much for joining me here on this snowy day on the Gardening Me. Well, it has been a very long, cold, snowy winter, and March is just around the corner, thank goodness, and we are finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I thought I was all done my winter sowing. I have a couple of bins that are pretty much full. I do have a little bit of space left, but so I thought it was done. And then I went to my local Hort Society meeting, and that was just this week. And they had a speaker there who had brought with her a bunch of native perennial seeds. So, of course, I was giving them a little bit of a once over, and I saw one that I had actually been meaning to get into my garden for quite a long time. And for whatever reason, it just never happened, slipped through the cracks, and I never got around to it. So, when I saw that packet of seeds, I quickly snapped it up. And what those seeds were is Lobelia cardinalis, or cardinal flower. Now, the one thing is that Lobelia cardinalis needs at least 60 days of cold, moist stratification in order to germinate. And we are literally on the cusp of that. It's kind of touch and go whether if I sow it now, it will actually get the amount of time it needs. But there are plenty of seeds in the packet, so I figured I would give it a go anyway. Sow a bunch of them. I'll still have plenty left over for next year if it doesn't work. And in fact, if it doesn't work and I leave the container outside all summer until next year, chances are I'll get that germination the following year. So Lobelia cardinalis has beautiful red flowers on tall, graceful stems. And the common name for this plant is cardinal flower, which refers to its color because it's basically the same as the robes that are worn by Catholic bishops. Lobelia is a native to much of eastern Canada as well as the eastern and southwest US, and it's hardy all the way down to zone 3 up to zone 9. Cardinal flower does well in all soil types from sandy to clay, but the one thing that it really needs, regardless of soil type, is adequate moisture. We're talking soil that is consistently moist, all the way up to ground that's pretty much wet. This is not a plant that you want to put in a spot that tends to dry out over the summer, and it's actually perfect for a spot that's consistently wet, such as beside a pond or a stream. Now, while I don't have an area like that or one that is especially wet, I can provide it with soil that stays relatively moist throughout the season by using a good layer of mulch and drip irrigation. So I'm hoping that it will be sufficient. When it comes to sun exposure, the general recommendation is part to full shade, although it can do well in full sun if it gets enough moisture. And that's especially in northern areas. In the south, I think it would be really pushing it if it was in a full sun spot. It definitely, I think, would need part to full shade as the sun is so much stronger. So those are the details. And now let's get inside and get to the sowing. So here are the seeds that I got. Now, when I opened up the packet, unfortunately, these are seeds. Well, not unfortunately, but this is how it goes with this type of stuff. These seeds were collected by a member of the group that had the presentation. And as you can see, this is what I got. Now, I don't even know what is seed and what isn't. The seeds for this are quite small. And when I look at this, I'm thinking the seeds are probably that right there. Do you see that? I don't know if you can, if that's right there. I think that is a seed. Those are what the seeds look like. Now, when they're in the flower, the dried flower, it's often easy to kind of spill open the flower, kind of turn it over and kind of rub it around in your fingers and see where the seeds are, because there's usually quite a lot of seeds in a flower, generally speaking. However, in this case, they basically just crushed the flour with the seeds and left everything in here. So it is hard to see. And I'm not even 100% sure because it is so crushed up whether those are seeds or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sow all of this and cross my fingers and hope there are some actual seeds in here. I'm sure there are. We'll see how that goes, okay? Now, this is the pot I'm going to be using. It's like a 3.5 by 3.5 inch pot. And again, it's about 3.5 inches deep as well. I've changed up my sowing game since last year based on the results of an experiment I did with echinacea. So I'm sowing these in these pots, and I am going to use potting soil, which I have right over here. So I'm going to use potting soil instead of seed starting mix. And that's what I did for all my winter sowing this year. So I'm just going to fill up this pot. I am going to surface sow these seeds. And I'm going to fill this guy up like that. Level it off a little bit, like this, a little bit more, I think, like that. Okay, and I think that's good. And I'm gonna go like that just to make sure we have a flat, even surface. And then I'm gonna take this and I guess just sprinkle it on top. Make sure I put every last bit. Like I said, these seeds for lobelia are pretty small, so I'm gonna go like that. Okay, and there. Now I am going to take this spray bottle and just spray like this to make sure whatever seeds there are damp. And as you notice, I did surface sow them. It's on top of the soil. So now I am going to take some vermiculite and just give that a light layer, whoops, on top like this. Okay, not too much at all. And spray that. Okay. And I'm surface sowing because lobelia does need light to germinate. And of course, do not forget the label. Okay, did the label here, and I'm just gonna put it like this. So now I am going to put this guy in a tray of water to soak up that water, and I'll leave it there for about 20 minutes. And now it's been about 20 minutes, and what I'm going to do is just take it and put it outside in my winter sowing bin. So here are my winter sowing bins. I'm just going to open up this guy here. And as you can see, I've put a bunch of snow in there on top of the pots because they love that. So I am going to put, oh, this is my little snow scoop. I'm going to put that in here like that, and grab the bunch of snow and just put it on there. There we go. And the cover goes back on. And now we just cross our fingers that there were actually some seeds in there. Based on the feel of the pack, I thought there was going to be so many seeds I was going to be able to sow half and keep the other half for next year in case it didn't work out, especially because it's a bit touch and go in terms of whether or not they'll get enough cold this season. But obviously that wasn't the case. I'm not even sure whether there were any seeds in what I was given. I'm sure there were, but Who knows? So if this does not end up working out, that's okay, because what I'll do is I'll get some more seeds next year and I'll try again. I'll keep you up to date as to whether or not these guys even germinate. And yeah, that's about it for today. So thank you so much for joining me here today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.